Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a black screen. Just give it a second, it'll kick on. There we are. Hi, how is everybody doing? I just realized I forgot to make the chats bigger, but it's fine, it's chill. The black bars don't bother me. Also, is it just me, or does the video look really crisp? Really crisp. I feel like it's always pixelated, or is it just me? It might still be pixelated on YouTube, we don't know. Twitch may or may not be working, probably not, but you know, it's fine. I asked Anand for help. He'll be sending me over his setup, so that way I can do the same setup, so that way hopefully it'll work. Anyways, we are building more Path today. We have upgraded this game. It's gotten better. New stuff, which is exciting. So we won't be doing any battles tonight. It is late night. So I might take this as an excuse to not be as talkative. We'll see. It'll be fine. It's great. Anyways, let's go ahead and pray to get started and build some Path. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly and that I'll be able to glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen. Alright, I did that in an unpaused game. Alright, I'm going to show you something, because I did a little bit of work off camera. You can't see it because it's off camera. I made a path for our Path. Yeah. Might remove these trees to make this part a little easier. But yeah, we have a path for our Path to go through here, so we just know where we're going, what we're doing. It's gonna be great. Let's just fill up the inventory. Oh, by the way, I filled up another one of these of just tons of wood, tons of birch. I have to be conscious about noise levels, because my dad is probably trying to sleep right now. My mom is still awake, so we don't have to worry about her. We're chilling. Now we just gotta continue the path. Immediately need to remove that. It's fine. It's fine. We just gotta go up here, so that goes, get rid of all of this, get rid of all of that. It's great. It's gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfection. Love to see it. Beautiful. Alright, so today what I'm thinking, I don't know if I mentioned this, I mentioned it beforehand to myself, I don't know if I mentioned it to y'all, but, instead of doing battles, I'm going to fix up, actually we're going to go all the way, I'm going to fix up the instruction manual. I added a whole bunch of new stuff that you can do now. which I think is really cool. We got some, I'm going to just kind of rattle off as much as I can remember. So let's do 1, 2, let's do a 3, 3, you know? And then we'll just... Actually, do we just want to keep it? Yeah, actually, I just want to keep it level. Let's be honest. So what I think I'm going to do is just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just want to keep it level. Anyways, rapid fire all of our changes that I want to make. Okay, so first of all, there are now 3 defense rolls that you can make. That's number 1. So you can now make brace and parry as the additional one. So agility is still in charge of all. I guess it doesn't actually matter because this is going to keep going. I just need this to do this. Ta-da. Anyways, so you can brace by using your strength stat, the same way agility works. And you can use... That goes all the way there. Cool. Sorry, I'm like so enamored by the path right now. You have no idea. So strength can now brace, intellect can parry, using the same plus or minus modifiers that agility has based on the averages. We're going to change it so that way you have to be level 100 in a stat in order to defend against a counterattack. So I changed that, so agility will no longer be, if you're above average, you can dodge a parry, or sorry, you can dodge a counter. You now need to be, something about this just feels wrong. I don't know. You now need to be, braining. You need to be level 100 for both, right? So, or all 3, I guess. So you need to be level 100 in all 3 stats to defend against a counterattack. So that's a unique change. Oh, I did not cut enough. I think I went. Yeah, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of all this. So yeah, those are some of the changes. We also are going to be able to level up characters. So after a certain amount of, I don't actually know how to level up is going to work. I just know that I want it. So you can level up characters. Which, if I'm being honest, I probably. Actually, I like that. What I'm probably gonna do is, yeah, an XP based one. So every single time they fight, I think I'm gonna make some way to calculate how much XP you gain from a battle, probably based on the amount of damage dealt versus damage taken. The thing is most characters end at the same, like, status and life juice, that I think it's actually going to be, like, how many rounds of damage did you take compared to how many rounds of damage did you deal out, to maybe be a multiplier, and then we roll a die to determine the actual outcome, and then you multiply it by that multiplier discovered by the ratio that'll eventually make a fraction. I think this is all I need. I just need to do a little bit of that action. I think that'll fix it. Oh yeah, that totally fixed it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That's real nice. Cool. Something like that. I don't know. I'm talking to you about things that I have yet to develop. But that's something that I'm currently thinking about. Is like, okay, I want to develop this. What is that going to look like? How's it going to function? I know I want it. How do I want it? That's too far over. There you go. It makes it a little easier, but we're gonna have to dig this back just a little bit. I don't want. Let's shave off. Ah, dang it, I knew this was gonna happen. I just knew it. I had the feeling. My mouse went into the dying state. So, it doesn't really do anything right now. But it's just annoying to know that it is currently in that state. So, oh, my dad is not sleeping. He's going to bed. Ah! That's not what I want to do. We're going to break those, place it back, and then figure out terraforming. Yay! Everybody's favorite. Alright, we can shave this back. We shave this back so we can do 1, 2, 3. And then I think I want to do a twofer. And because why the frick not? Because if I didn't make my job any harder, we might be able to get this done by dinner. Just kidding, we already had dinner. In fact, we had a snack before this. Not because I was necessarily... Well, I wasn't. Well, I wasn't. No, I just wanted the flavor. Let's be honest. You don't eat snacks because you're hungry. You eat snacks because you want that flavor. You want to be munching on something, but you don't know what. A snack is just the thing to do it. Let's just go straight across. Using the same pattern because that's just the way it came out. 2, 3. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way. Makes it slightly interesting. Just slightly. Let's remove that because that didn't look good anyways. Put that there, and now we're talking. Alright, perfect. Welcome into Nolad. How you doing? Oh wow, that's glitched. Okay. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfection. Alright, now we gotta bring this over. Where is it at? Where is it at? It's over here. Okay, this is an interesting one. I will say, this is an interesting part of that. That's what makes things fun. We're gonna fill this in, make more pathway. I don't know if you're still listening to Nala, but I hope stream went well. I'm excited for the next build Babel. I need to just push this out a little bit more. I think I'm just gonna go bop, 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 bop. Just needs a little bit more thickness, you know? It just needs to be a little thicker. It's a thick little thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. No. Let's do this. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess. I don't know. We're making it up as we go. Crazy, isn't it? We're just making it up as we go. Yeah. Crazy like that. This is actually gonna really go straight more than anything. I'm gonna put that away. Because now I want to just kind of go straight to there. So I want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Actually, I don't want to be that close to this, because my plan is to make this a beautiful cliff face, and then I'm going to cover it with, we're going to like texture it, because it's pretty flat, and then we're going to put trees in front of it so you can't see it in this. That's my plan. I'm going to fill this in even though I'm going to dig it out later. It's just, I'm the kind of guy that needs to fill this in, so it's a lot easier to figure it out. In that case, we're actually doing this, which is a straight shot, which is fine with me right now. That's fine. We can do a straight shot right here. See, I told you I'd be literally getting rid of every single block, except for those two. If you are just curious if I'm ever going to design this, the answer is no. We will not be adding any true adjustments to the path. Like, we won't be doing that texturing that you've seen me do for the paths inside of the Hobbitville area, because that's a lot of work. I'm actually going to pull this in here, because I think that just looks better when you have like the path just molds to the ground like this. It just looks nicer, even though it's gonna be a little fat. I think that's nice. Goes up and over, goes up and around. Now we gotta bring it through, and then we gotta figure that out real quick. How do I want to do this? Can I do this? Yes, I just need to terraform a little bit. Bring this over a little bit so it's actually, you know, workable. Fill this in so it's not in the way. We can worry about some of the... I think I'm going to bring the path up to here. And have it go down one and straight across. Straight across. I'm just gonna do this. I don't know why. I've never done this for any of the other paths, but we're gonna do this. Which is funny, because that's actually higher than I was thinking. Because I want the path... Oh, right. No, yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out when we get there. We'll worry about it when we get there. I don't know yet. Kind of just gotta place blocks and hope they are the right blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Right now we're in the really weird curve phase where we need to do really weird curve to get up. Kind of the same thing here. I think we'll do the trick nicely, and then I think we'll go more into it. I think this will be nice. Oop. Maybe not that far in, actually. I'm gonna pull that out a little bit so that way it's not like that. 1, 2, 3. Pull that out. 1, 2, 3. I didn't want to go that far. If I did, I would have, but I didn't. Okay. This is just barely able to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's one of those. We're just going to replace all of it. And I do notice that that is off kilter. Oh, no, it's not. We're fine. Bop, 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 bop. We're just going to fill this in for now so I can get a gauge as to what's the frick going on. Always a good way to go about things. Just know what's going on. Don't know if I mentioned it. No Coke today. It's late. I did mention that. I do remember. Okay, so this is where things get confusing, because I wanted the path to go all the way up here. But at a certain point, like around here, I want the path to go down. I think to there. And then I want the path to go down to that level. So this is what we're working. Ah, that's a little too far. Okay. Lots of thoughts going on. As I said, I'm probably going to be silent for a lot of this one, just because I want to be productive, but in my head, the only way I can be productive, at least with this path, and I'm out of course dirt, so, is to live stream. So we live stream when we can, and we can right now, but it's late at night, so I do have to be kind of quiet. So, I do want to be mindful if I can. Also, I think that's another shulker box of dirt. Needs another shulker box of dirt. Oh my. I'm not gonna lie. Slightly worried here. We're almost out of coarse dirt, which is kind of crazy. I actually think I'm going to go back on what I said about the rules thing. I think I just want to build path today, so I'm just going to build path. I just want to get as much path done as possible. Just keep moving it along. We will be live tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I want to try to get as much path done there. Hopefully in the morning, what I'm hoping for is in the morning, we're switching it up. We're putting it on the other sides. In the morning, I want to be able to do more. Just like that. That's another shulker box gone. Of course, dirt. And we are down to 2 left. Which is crazy. We have 2 things of shulker. We have 2 things of shulker boxes. We have 2 shulker boxes, of course, dirt. So, yeah. Think about that. How's this looking? Very wonky, but I can see how I can fix it. Bop, 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 bop. Wow, this just does not. It like is practically refusing to look natural. Why does it look so weird? Tell me. Why does it look so weird? There we go. Alright, well, talk about trying to be productive and then getting hit with that. Jeez, man. That was rude. Path just didn't want to path. Ah, that's not the problem. We'll have to go down there and bring the path up. That's cool. Cool, we can do that. Also, Swift Sneak. Amazing. Absolutely loving it. So I'm pretty sure it's at this level. So I'm thinking like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something along these lines. Boom. Okay. Okay. Boom. Just... Which is fine, I guess. I think I'm actually gonna go downwards with this one. That's chaotic. I'm just saying that's kind of crazy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, honestly. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're slowly we're making progress. I think these parts take probably the longest to do. It just takes a lot of time to get this. Whoops. No, no, I did it again, and I didn't pick it up again. Remember. We're probably gonna need to get to that. Pet peeve of mine is stuff on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going the wrong direction. No, no. Oh. And I got straight. Ugh. Also, I'm thinking about starting a new series. Remember, a little bit extra is not going anywhere. I got a lot of plans for this thing. I got some huge plans for some of the videos upcoming, but that's for later. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyways, I want to start a new series, and it stemmed from the idea of, well, you got a lot of people that do the, like, basically it's like a hardcore, it's gonna be like a hardcore series, is what I'm thinking. Similarly, in the sense that I'm gonna do it hardcore, and the whole point is I can't take any damage. I take damage, it's over. The thing that we're adding to it to make it just a slightly different than, oh my gosh, why did I have to place that there? I need dirt anyways. Is I want to start on half a heart, but I don't want to stay there because that's not really enjoyable for me. I don't really enjoy hard challenges like that in terms of gameplay, so I'm not going to enjoy a series that's whole premise is that. So my thought is there's a mod out there called Levels, which allows you to upgrade your character by leveling them up, and you can add stuff. And one of the things you can do is you can add points to like your general health. And so I was like, you know, that'd be kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I used that, just you can never reach it, which I think is funny. Oh, what I would do to get that mod. I like need to go all the way out there so I can try to reach it. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically the series. It's like for episode 1, I'll stay at half a heart just because that's what the viewers are going to be expecting. Right? They're going to be expecting me to only have 1 heart for the entire series, when in reality it's actually only for the first episode. I'll be investing in health shortly, because I personally 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't want to have to deal with, you know, all of that. And I like long term, as me and Denal talk about a lot of times. Like, I'm very much a long term kind of player. And Denal is very much a short term player in terms of like serious ideas, which is why he's like manning things like Chaos Collage, which is really cool, and Build Babble, that'll be a part of soon. You know, he's doing all these cool like one-off series basically. So because I like the long term much better, that's why I was thinking of doing a long-term sort of the issue is of course it's hardcore, so it's going to be hard to do it long-term, because if you die, you die, and that's it. And I don't really want to restart the worlds 5 million times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I keep dying. You know, that's the exact thing I'd like to avoid. with my series is restarts, but I do them all the time, and it does actually kind of get annoying restarting your stuff all the time and having to start from scratch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I was thinking of doing that and having some other mods. So it'd basically be like a modded series more than anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Dang it. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, we made it down. We made it to the bottom. Look at that. Beautiful. It goes crazily. Oh, the amount of terraforming I'm going to have to do for this path. So much of this path is floating. It's going to be crazy. Once again, look at how far we've come. We started over here, and now we're all the way over here. And we're almost... This is our halfway point. Honestly, I'd love to make it there. I don't know if I will, because we're now in the hardest terrain to deal with, which is this frickin' birch forest, which has millions of holes in it, and I have to traverse the whole thing. Okay, so like I have to first figure out like this hole's right here. So we're gonna go kind of straight and curve this way. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And like this, we'll leave that part there, but oh, that might be too harsh of a turn now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, let's move that over. Let's move that over. 3, 2, 1. That's a lot better. So that's a lot better. Okay, that's a lot nicer. A lot less harsh of a turn, which makes this part just a little bit easier. Alright guys, I'm gonna say something, because it's a late night stream. Y'all remember how this series started? The whole extras thing? Yeah. Don't worry. It's a good thing when I started a little bit extra. Here's some secret behind the scenes insider info. When I started a little bit extra, I basically knew that the whole extras thing was not going to really play out that much, which I was fine with. That's why I created the backup plan of, if that's the case, you know, who knows, maybe, you know, every time I make new videos, new shorts, all that, I'm just waiting for that one video to blow up and be the thing that brings me to fame, right? I think most YouTubers are kind of in that same boat, where they're just kind of waiting for the video that's gonna make them famous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And so that's why they do bigger, better projects every single time, because they gotta make that thing that's just spectacular. And like, no doubt about it, you know, everyone's doing something about it. You know, we're all, you know, we're trying to find the series that's going to stick. We're trying to find the, you know, the cool build that everyone's going to be talking about. The world people are going to want to covet, you know what I mean? Like, that's what all YouTubers are trying to accomplish, I feel like. And like, I'm no exception to that. I certainly want, I know, like everyone, obviously we're all in this because we want to be famous. I mean, and to a degree, we want this to be our job. Like, what's ultimately why we're in this race is we want this to be our job, except it's probably one of the hardest jobs to actually be successful at because of how demanding it can be. And I think some people don't realize that. They don't realize how crazy demanding this, like, making videos is. I will admit some people maybe go a little far in describing how difficult it can be. And then it's the other way around as well. Some people think it's just easy. Like, you just, I mean, yeah, theoretically, you could just record yourself, do no editing, and upload it. I mean, that is a possibility. That's what I used to do, because I didn't know how to get an editing software, let alone use one. So I would just come home, record myself doing something for a certain period of time, and that would be it. But there's that drive to just, like, get that something that people are going to be like, oh, okay, that's really cool. And they're going to want that. And they're going to want to, you know, do that. As I said, like, you ultimately, like, a lot of, like, especially with me, like, I kind of do want to have that world that, as I said, people cover. Like, people want my world. People are going to try and steal my world, but I want to be famous enough where even if that does somehow happen, people will say, no, you didn't do any of that because we know the person who did. You know what I mean? Like if somebody tried to steal a Hermitcraft base and say, oh, I built this, it wouldn't fly. It's actually interesting. Fun story. I was on YouTube just casually watching videos, and I came across one dude who was building this massive archway, and he was standing on a bridge that looked eerily similar to the bridge that B-Dubs built in Building with B-Dubs, his solo Minecraft series. Very similar, the same kind of texturing, general shape. Now, he may have just analyzed it and tried to emulate it, kind of like I've done in the past. I obviously didn't watch the video where he built it. It's also possible he stole it. You know what I mean? So I just want to make it. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know, so I can't really make an accusation like that, because I haven't watched his videos to know whether or not that's the case. But I'm just saying, that doesn't make any sense. It would be more like this. If the terrain is the way that it is, if we're terraforming it like this, it's gonna be like that. Really. I can't help myself. I gotta fill this in. I have enough dirt. It's fine. Who knows? I might run out of dirt before I run out of forest dirt while making this. It'd be kind of funny. I will not be running out of dirt. I had more in my inventory than I realized. Cool. It's like a little blip there. I like things like this where it's like just a little bit of a blip. One, two, three, four, five, six. So yeah, kind of cool stuff. But yeah, waiting for that like one video to go out. Obviously, I have, you know, this series and like this going all the way back to how this series started. What was the original idea? Because of course, like I could have just done the Let's Play, right? I could have just done a Let's Play and left it kind of at that, and not really bothered doing much else other than Let's Play Minecraft. You know what I mean? I could have I don't know. I may end up raising this up. I don't know yet. But anyways, so yeah, I could have. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember where what I last said was, but it's probably awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, this series started. I drag it all the way. This series started with the need to be unique and different from other content creators on this platform. That's the original desire and intent with this series. And I think most series are like that, where there's obviously that draw that you're trying to make. You want people to watch you because you're different from everyone else. But now you gotta answer the question, how are you different from everyone else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so that, we're just gonna go straight with this. Maybe not straight. That's like the central question, if you will, is like, okay, how are you going to be different from every other content creator on this platform? What sets you apart that other content creators don't have? For most people, no one really has that thing. Let's be honest, we don't have that thing that just sets us apart from everyone else. We wish we did, we don't. I don't. It's just a matter of ideas, because, like, if I'm being honest, there's not a lot about me that's particularly appealing when it comes to watching. I don't know how entertaining I really am, which is kind of ironic because I'm going into the entertainment industry and I don't know if I'm entertaining. My streams aren't very popular, but then again, I've watched a lot of videos that are like, yeah, live streaming is really difficult. It's more difficult than videos when it comes to retaining viewers because obviously everything's live. It's a lot harder to upkeep, and of course, having no viewers makes it much more difficult to deal with, you know, talking. So there is that as a added factor into the whole mix, is trying to figure that out. And it's like, okay. But yeah, you gotta figure out that draw, that difference. What sets you apart that other content creators don't have? We'll put that away, so you know what I mean? What's gonna set you apart? Why should I watch your videos instead of the YouTubers and content creators that I always watch? And, like, personally, for me, I ain't got a good answer for you. I don't really know why. Because obviously, like, for most people, it's like, I want to try to be funny. So at this point, we're in a day and age where there's so many content creators out there that you might as well make the videos you enjoy making, and just, you know, now we're back to the beginning of square one, where it's just like, gotta hope one of those videos makes it viral. Because when one of those videos makes it viral, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Because that video is now viral. And now everyone's talking about you and your video, which is really good. That's what we want. But that's not very common. That doesn't happen that often. Let's be honest, that doesn't happen very often. And so you can't really, like, and so yeah, that's why I always am like, I treat content creation as a hobby more than anything else, because of how much work it kind of takes, and just like how little return I get for doing this currently. Who knows? Maybe a video will blow up there. And of course, like, for me as well, I'm in a situation where it's like, well, it's also up to God if he wants to make this something. I enjoy making videos, so if I feel like if God didn't want me to at least be making videos as a hobby and allowing it as a hobby, then, you know, he probably wouldn't make it so that way I enjoy making videos the amount that I do, right? He would take away that kind of interest in video making. But I say I have that interest, and who knows, maybe he used content creation as the reason on why I'm interested in film and making film. Like, maybe that's the reason why he put me here. It's because he actually wanted me to be in film the whole time. But I just, I didn't know it. I don't know what God's plan is. And so he needed some filmic element in my life to be existent, I'm gonna pop up a level even though I don't really need to. Just cause... Why not? Honest to John. Why not? So yeah. All that said, just to get back to the point of, we started this series with the whole extras thing to be that unique. What's different about what difference does my video make compared to everyone else's? And it's the extras was the viewer interaction of, okay, y'all give me something to do, and it also was like a sneaky way for you to be a content engine for me. And then that, faded very early on. I mean, much thanks to Denalid and J-Dog, who helped a lot by suggesting things to the series to give. For example, the fishbowl, which I think has kind of become iconic to the world, just sitting in the ground. It's my BRB screen. It was in my thumbnail as I showed the path, which I feel like at this point I need to make a new thumbnail since we're about to the halfway point. Showing that, so that way tomorrow's stream we're actually like halfway there. I think we can honestly make it to the halfway point, as long as I don't run out of resources first. Otherwise, that's going to be the start of Wednesday's stream, is resource gathering, because I need them. But yeah, so I did the whole extras thing. I mean, it lasted a few episodes, but it died off very quickly. Not in like a bad way, it just, when you don't have a high viewership. Oops, that's regular dirt. We don't want that. We don't want that. I'm just restocking while I'm here, you know what I'm saying? And that's another shulker box of coarse dirt gone. We have one shulker box of coarse dirt left, so I will at least get all of this. Is that the knowledge telling me information? It is not his pocket. And he's uploaded a video that I don't really care about. I like some of his videos. I liked his Smash Bros videos, but now everything is about Mario Kart Worlds. So I don't really care. I'm not a Mario Kart guy. Anyways, so yeah, that was the whole like extras idea. That's exactly what that stemmed from, was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's like, so yeah. And then, well, I realized the extras weren't really going anywhere. It basically was, I didn't get another suggestion, and then I knew we're just gonna make the next episode without mentioning an extra. Is basically, That don't look right. That just don't look right. Something wrong about this. That's pretty good. I think that's workable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that's a little bit of a lore to how the series started. And now I'm creating an entire, basically TCG right now. Not that, like, I didn't go into it planning I was going to make a TCG. I just kind of was like, let's do stuff. And I said, well, I want to make your life a little bit easier. So I'm going to add dice rolling into it to make randomization a little bit easier. And then I ended up developing a game somewhere along the way, and I don't know how we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get rid of them. That's basically where we're at. I think it's still funny how we got here. Or just like, yeah, I'm going to make a mental battles game to give myself something to talk about while on stream. And then proceeds to create a TCG casually. Creates a TCG. Figure out where this path is gonna go, because now we have another hole. So I think this needs to go to right about there. So I'm gonna make it like here. We're gonna do bop 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 bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, that's a steep angle. And I think it's actually gonna I think that's actually kind of working out. I'll lie. I think I can really work with this, actually. Hold on. I can bring the earth in. At least on one side. I don't know about the other. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's this all doing here? What the heck? Yeah, because I think the other thing I'm going to need to do soon is repair my shovel. Repair this shovel. Maybe even get a piece of netherite. Or a couple more than just one piece. One piece. I'm thinking this can wrap in on this all the way till here, where we have more coarse dirt, of course. What do you think was going to be here? Silly. And this one just gets plain old Joe, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. Ah, that's nice. So, with this, we want to do that. Makes more sense this way. With the terrain, yeah, makes a lot more sense to do this. Okay. And then we're going to go straightish. Get rid of this. Just get rid of it all. Okay, that kind of works. We'll fine tune it as we go along. I do plan to make short films as, like, something. I'm gonna create a new channel for short films and stuff. But ironically, we'll probably, like, face reveal by accident kind of thing in those videos, because we'll most likely act in them. Because I'll be the only one producing it. So I'll kind of have to, in a good way. I like it. I like doing it. But just as in, I haven't face revealed, but I'm not big enough that that'll do anything. But I guess I technically don't need to link it up. I'm just thinking, like, kind of makes sense. Anyways. That could be a little bit better. Pop that out. Pop that out. Pull this a little bit more. Need to fill these parts in. This birch forest, man. This birch forest sucks. That goes there, that goes there. That just curveballs. We're so close. That's where we need to get. That's where we need to get. I want to get there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Guess we're doing that. I don't even know how much. This we still have. Oh boy, we're almost out. This is it. We have one sugar box left. Oh boy. I gotta make that last somehow. I think we can make it to that halfway point, which is actually kind of crazy to think that 8 shulker boxes got us to that rough halfway point. And then we have so much more. And that still technically doesn't lead us to spawn. I'm thinking one on either side is the solution here. Okay, no, I'm thinking all the way. Maybe not all the way, maybe like 4 blocks away. Like that. I think that's a little bit better. Get out of here. I wasn't expecting him to die. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't think he was going to die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. This shovel's getting beat. It's close. It's close. But I mean, I know it's not that close. It's not that close to being dead, but it is close. It's kind of close. It's like smidge. Honestly, this kind of funnels it really nicely right here. So like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna funnel it. I like that. That's very nice. I like that. A little early to celebrate, in my opinion, but, you know, I'll set up a fire arc. It'll be pretty chill. It'll be chill. So close. Almost taste it. Once we get there, we'll be done. I'm literally going to brush my teeth and go to bed right after this. Because yes, we can do that. Oh, I really needed to core start for that. Alright, well, let's move everything down. We should have enough to get to that halfway point. We should be enough to get into that zone, which is the halfway. So we should be chilling, but we'll need to collect resources. A lot of them. Actually, no, I'm not. Oh, just... Oh. Because I have a system. Make sure I didn't throw anything. Cool. We will be building our own birch forest here soon. We'll be literally revamping this whole place, and we'll probably build something in this zone. Like, what I'm thinking is like, we're building this path here because eventually... Eventually, I'm building the path to build things up, like, along the path. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we're building this path. It's, because really, it doesn't take us anywhere that we, like, need to go at all. I think that's good. Okay. All right. Home stretch, baby. Don't know if you're still listening, but you should get it though. It's not a horror game. I'm just saying. It's not. Though I think he said it's not usually his play style, but I actually think I want to pull this back and go the other way. Because I actually want to go this way. Yeah, Look at how disgusting this is. It's so nasty. What you gonna do, eh? Terraform it? Anyways. Let's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess. The scary monsters, in quotation, are not very scary. It's not designed like a horror game, like Phasmophobia is. Like, Phasmophobia scares me. Repo doesn't. I'm scared of losing more than I am of the actual monsters themselves. And the jump scares aren't intentional. It's the same kind of jump scare you get from a creeper being behind you. Just a mob happening to be in your presence is frightening. I'm really lonely and I want people to play Repo with. I'm getting tired of me. I have no filter. I don't care what I say anymore. It's not very different from me. I'm just more talkative than usual, which is actually kind of funny. I get more talkative the more peopled out I become, but it really is a state of just I don't care anymore. There's a certain point where I'm just like, I give up on trying. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's just easier to be the simple one, you know? It's not that cool of a design, but it works, you know? Gets the job done. That's what we need. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. We're getting close to like a good stopping point, and then we'll need to restock on Forest Dirt because we're getting a little too low to continue. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Actually, no. Let's keep it like this. I'm trying to convince my sisters to get Repo. I think we would have a lot more fun. There'd be a lot more funny moments, I'll tell you that. Phasmo was really fun, but I'm starting to get a little bored. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm not gonna lie, trying to get them to buy Phasmo was a hard thing. But it is what it is. It's funky, it's weird, and for some reason I like it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm thinking very close to the end. This might honestly be the last part of the path. I don't know yet. Here, let me just bring it to the edge here. So right here, this is a good stopping point. We've reached the halfway point. We have a very little bit of coarse dirt left. And then we need to get more coarse dirt. So you can go that way. So this is here. That's fine. I think 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not even 6. That's 6. Cool. Good stopping. Halfway. Between here and here. Actually, I think that's more than half, being honest. Because all we have is here to here. I actually think this town was the halfway point. Cool, we've gone past halfway. It looks so funky, but like it looks so perfect right in there. It just fits. Then we gotta figure out how to bring it down this way to this bridge. And get it through the bridge, get it through the savannah, get it up through this town, down and around the jungle, follow the river, and then plop ourselves out right here. I'm probably gonna put a harbor town right here, shave this away. Just destroy that. And all that good jazz. Oh, I haven't explored up here. I wonder if there's a pale oak forest there. That's not something we're going to do today. I might actually finish this off and then grab more forest there. Because actually, we're just in need of resources. We're low on spruce. We are low on shulker boxes in terms of transportation. I'm gonna actually move that down. Plop that in there. We need to redo this. We need to empty out these shulker boxes right here. Yeah. I think, honestly, yeah, let's actually go. Let's pack it up. Let's pack it up. I'm actually going to take it all out. So there's all those. I'm going to take all of these out as well. All of these full shulker boxes. That can just stay there. That's a regular shulker box. And we can go home. And we're going to walk. Because we just built a path. I wish I had my horse. I'll bring my horse tomorrow. We can actually run. We can. But we're going to walk it. We're gonna take the path back, the scenic route. You know what I mean? We're not gonna fly over top of this path. No. We're gonna enjoy the path. We built this path to take us from home to almost spawn. Because spawn is on a mesa that's all the way across an ocean. It's now an easy way of getting there. So we just kind of have to do this. Though I will say an idea does pop into my head. We could build a giant bridge. And I mean like a ginormous bridge that just spans the ocean. And we do that instead of a boat. Or two. You know what I mean? Another bridge. Bridge go here. No that bridge. Yeah, I think guys, remember. I just want to point out. We still have every single bridge to build for this path. The path is just part 1. We have bridges to build. Then after the bridge, Oh, right. We have a town to build, which is what we just stumbled upon. And I'm going to be a little cheeky about it. We're going to flip it. I'm only going to build the part of the town that the road is going to go through, right? The road goes from here, right? And it's going to go all the way down to that other side. We're going to build that road. And we're going to build a couple houses along that road. Oh, wash. Parkour is supposed to be my specialty, and I'm failing miserably. That's fine. I gotta get up to that path. Alright. Straight through this town. Yeah. And then we're gonna go all the way around. By the way, it takes... Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Okay, we're good. See, this is why you walk the path. You can get any discrepancies, any mistakes that need to be fixed. Minus the terrain that actually surrounds the path, because that, we can say, frick you, buddy. We don't care. Not yet, at least. That's a future me problem. Who knows? I feel like that's a great, like, really far in advance future video that's like, this should have been done sooner, and yet for some reason I never did it. Second bridge. This bridge I'm excited for. This one I think is going to be my favorite bridge because it has the most, the most river to cross, so I think this will be really nice. I think it'll be a one prong. I mean, these rivers aren't very big to do anything like huge two-pronged things. So it'll have like the two edges, and then right in the middle it'll have a pillar, is what I'm. And some of the smaller gaps we won't have that. We'll just have that, and then for some of the shallower bits we'll do like a wharf, which is like what I'm thinking of doing at our home. This part's really weird because as you can see, like, it's shifting up this way. It's like, you know, going to the side down this way. I don't know about this one because like I was just going down, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, it takes 20 minutes to take a horse from home all the way. But that was our original path. It might be faster now that we actually have like a designated road to walk on. Before, we just had to go through the forests and all of that. Basically, we took this path without having a path there. So it'll be nice that we'll actually have a path and we'll be able to just go and do that. I need to not fly. I need to force myself not to fly. I don't know why I decided to do this, but we decided to do this. Forgot to give this shape. I just totally forgot. It is what it is. It's fine. It still looks good. It's just a little straight. That's all. Paths aren't straight. They're warped. They're twisty and turny. That is what it is. Oh, that. Disgusting one right there. So yeah, like this is just all path. Nice little island that we just go to. And then right here is where the wharf is going to be. So we just have a wharf. Even though like it does actually get decently deep. If I'm being honest, is that guy ever tried? Oh, I thought I did. Decently deep in here. I still think a wharf is the best option to connect these two ends. This isn't even 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jeez Louise, what was I even doing? This gets so fat. We can shave off a little bit of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care that much. And we're almost home. As I said, the fishbowl, iconic to this world. I do really want it to become iconic. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to think of a little bit extra, and they think of this. Which also, by the way, there are fish missing in it. Don't know where they went. But yeah, we're not doing all this. This is crazy. Oh, and my speaker is also low. By the way, spoilers for the upcoming episode. I'm pretty sure. You got a lot of charging to do. I'm gonna sleep, dude. What the frick am I thinking about? Sleep, then we'll end. Then we will end. We'll worry about putting everything away later. We will end here. Alright. Goodbye, everybody. It's nice knowing you.